The sunflowers of Willow Farm. The road to Willow Farm had always felt like a memory, long, winding, stitched with dandelions and the low hum of summer heat. But now, returning after so many years, Clara felt it like a ghost. The air tasted of dust and nostalgia, sweet and faintly bitter, the way old love letters taste when left too long in drawers. When the farmhouse first appeared through the shimmering haze, she stopped walking. It was exactly as she remembered it, and the wind chimes, her grandmother's, whispered a thin, trembling tune as though relieved to see her again. But beyond the house, the field stunned her into silence. A tidal sea of sunflowers stretched outward, golden heads raised in reverence toward the blazing sky. They swayed in slow, rhythmic waves, as if bowing to some silent music only they could hear. The sight hit her in the chest, warmth, ache, familiarity, 1,000 summers collapsing into one. Clara stepped forward, breath unsteady. What she found instead was him. He stood among the tallest sunflowers, their yellow crowns brushing his shoulders as if greeting an old friend. His shirt clung to his back with heat and work, sleeves rolled to his elbows, skin tanned in a way only the sun could claim. When he glanced up, his dark blonde hair caught the light like burned honey. Elias, but now he was a man, one shaped by labor and loss and sunlight, and Clara, his breath tangled in her throat when he lifted a hand to shield his eyes. His voice was wind-low and disbelieving, like the earth itself had spoken her name. She managed a smile that almost steadied her. "Hi, Eli." As he reached her, he hesitated, a flicker of uncertainty, of something tender, before pulling her into a brief, warm embrace that smelled of sun-warmed soil and something faintly citrus. When he stepped back, his gaze lingered a second too long. "For the summer," she murmured, hoping her voice didn't shake. "Then this place isn't as empty as it was yesterday." Clara learned that Elias had been tending the farm since her grandmother's passing, quietly, dutifully keeping the land alive because someone had to and because it felt wrong to let it fade. Showed her how to check the soil's moisture with her bare hands, how to gently stake the stems that sag, how to sow late seeds with careful optimism. "You coax things back to life," she told him one afternoon as they worked side by side, sun on their necks. "Only because I've had enough taken from me to know how precious living things are." She knew he meant his father, swallowed by a storm 2 summers ago. She also knew the farm had become his anchor when grief tried to uproot him. Clara taught him things too. How to taste honeycomb straight from the frame and let sweetness fill the spaces sorrow had carved out. And each dusk they walked the sunflower rows as fireflies rose like drifting stars, illuminating the narrowing space between them. It happened slowly, then suddenly, like summer storms. One evening, the sky let down a spill of molten amber, and the entire field glowed as if lit from within. Clara stood between the blooms, breath caught, the world golden and trembling with warmth. Elias stepped close enough for her to hear the hitch in his breath, to feel the nervous heat radiating from him. "I used to think the sunflowers turned toward the sun," he murmured. "They do," Clara whispered. The words drifted between them like a confession carried by light. And when Elias reached out, hand tentative, warm, reverent, she placed hers in his without hesitation. His thumb brushed her knuckles, a careful, almost trembling motion, as if he had found something precious after too many losses. The sun dipped lower, igniting the sky in flaming gold, and the sunflowers bowed as though blessing the moment. And then he kissed her, but with a quiet hopefulness, a soft, blooming warmth, like the first bud of summer opening under gentle light. Their love grew the way the sunflowers did. Some mornings, Elias left her tiny bundles of herbs on the porch, mint for clarity, chamomile for calm, rosemary for memory. Clara repaid him with hand-drawn notes of encouragement tucked into his tool belt. They repaired the porch together. They restored the irrigation line while laughing under the spraying water like children. The farm began to feel alive again, not because of the work alone, but because hope had found fresh soil to grow in. One night, when the sky was dark and thick with stars, Clara whispered the question that had been lingering in her chest. "Eli, why did you stay? All these years?" He looked at her with an expression so open, so unguarded, it made her heart ache. "Because every part of this place reminds me of you," he said, "and some foolish part of me hoped you'd come back to it." Her breath trembled. "So am I," he breathed, brushing his forehead against hers. The final days of summer folded like warm letters into pockets, kept, cherished, revisited. Clara knew she would return again next year, and the year after, and maybe never leave at all. On her last evening before autumn's call, Elias led her to the tallest sunflower in the field. Its petals were a vibrant gold, its center heavy with seeds and promise. "This one bloomed the day you arrived," he said quietly. "It grew faster than the rest." "Grew toward you, I think." He took her hands, his thumbs tracing slow circles against her palms. The wind swayed the sunflowers in a sweeping golden wave, as if echoing him. And Clara, feeling the earth beneath her, warm and waiting, leaned in and kissed him again. This time deeper, certain, bright with all the summers yet to come. The sun slipped below the horizon, the sky darkened to a soft indigo, and fireflies lit around them like tiny lanterns. Two figures framed in gold. At Willow Farm, love blossomed, slow, patient, and steady, just like the sunflowers. And neither of them would ever grow alone again.